You're still watching Signature Morning. Now, in Nigeria, senior citizens face increasing neglect despite existing policies on aging and welfare, and this raises critical questions about how the nation values and protects its aging population. With us this morning in the studio is Chief Augustine Edu. He's a senior citizen, a veteran vehicle bodybuilder and painter, talking on senior citizens' welfare and care neglect in Nigeria. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Now,
thank you all.
Yes. Now, how would you describe the current state of senior citizens' welfare and care in Nigeria?
Well, in the terms of that, with their welfare, and all, even though I can't say that there is anything welfare in this Nigeria, because how we are seeing it, we are just in a hot. We are not in a critical. We are in a critical time. I don't know whether they have even a care for us, as we are suffering in this Nigeria. I don't know whether they will know that they will go in our own age. People on the top. They are not after even us. They are not after even us to look, even to care about us. So the caring of it is just a poor movement.
All right. So please, can you tell us about the pension scheme, what it was like before and what it is right now?
In the past, they are being paid. When it reaches, they are being paid. But now you will stay even 2 to 3, 4 months before they give you one month. And what they are paying is just, it's not suitable for the world we are now. You can never use it to go and buy anything which will be tangible for your family. So we are being suffered.
Okay, now still talking on these pension areas, why would you say that Nigeria has struggled to implement an efficient pension system that secures the welfare of all senior citizens?
They are just saying it. Whenever they are just saying it. They haven't ever go to, that's where the minds of people are.
All right. Why do you think, I want you to clarify that, why do you think that the senior citizens are still suffering? Why do you think that the government is not doing anything? Why do you think that they are being neglected?
Thank you. What I mean by being neglected is that in terms of living, nobody even have time to balance the 3 square meal. All the money they are giving you will never sustain you even a week. So they are being neglected. If they want to, do us good, they will implement money in they will increase our distance, increase it so that it will be stable for the cost of the living.
Okay, now let's look at the issue of health care for senior citizens. Now, it's common when you go to the hospital, you see old men and women struggling at general hospitals, standing in queues, waiting to be attended to. So what would you say about the healthcare situation and how it looks after senior citizens specifically?
The senior citizens, they are the people catering for themselves. If you didn't have money, that's where you are. They will never attend you unless you, all these things that they required, you must surely bring it. They will never look after you to say that you are a pensioner or something like that. It is what a big man pay, is what the last man will pay. So they are not looking after us. We are just living in a bondage.
All right. So we understand that recently, you know, when Christian Chukwu died, the governor made promises on how to take care of the ex-rangers and, you know, some other persons. Do you think that other senior citizens are inclusive, and how do you think that they can, you know, get the attention of the governor, you know, to also include the senior citizens?
Thank you. Even though they are hearing it, you will say it verbally, and then they will hear it. But for them to listen to you is a hardened movement. You people are trying. They are hearing all what you people are saying. They are hearing all the news agencies. They are hearing it. But for them to, I don't know the type of world we are. Because in the olden days, when you cried, there must be something tangible for you. But these people, if you cry rich tomorrow, they will never listen to you. They will never. With the Christian Chukwu, even at the time he was alive, he begged for money for him to survive. Nobody answered him. Nobody answered him. Okay, you have now said that governor promises and all that. Where is it? The person have gone. All those things will be in the past. They will come and promise you. Maybe they are looking something for you, where you will help them. Look at the time of voting. We will just stay in the field, raining and sunshine, from morning till evening. Whenever we finish our vote, that's where it ends. Because when it reaches even to vote, they will just stab us. So that if you see 1 naira, it is a big money for you. After all said and done, what will be the remedy of it? You just go back for square one.
All right, so in your words now, you're saying that poverty has been weaponized so that the people can do what they are supposed to do. Well, my question is, you know, when Peter Obi came to Enugu concerning Christian Chukwu, he made promises. And according to people, Peter Obi keeps to his words. Are you saying that he's not going to meet these promises? And the elders at home that are listening to us right now, if they want to make a plea, what can they do? What is the procedure?
Good. In terms of Peter Obi, he will, as I'm seeing him, he will implement what he said. Peter Obi's pledge to the Christian Chukwu. He may do it. Because it's the only person I just look and know whether, as he have a conscience of a human being. That's the only person which can say something and he will augment it. So, if God, do you think that God is not bringing somebody good in the party? That's to rule. If he comes there, they will tell him, if you don't belong to, you get away from the seat. Then the next thing is to him to belong. Good people are coming there. Not all of them is bad. But if he comes, if he want to use with his mind, they will tell him, if he doesn't want to belong, you get away from the seat.
All right, Chief Edu, I'd like to ask you, how have you been surviving, seeing as you are a senior citizen and you've mentioned a lot of things? So I'd like to know, how has it been like for you?
Thank you. I'm a parameter by profession. On 2020, I have a spinal cord problem. I laid on my bed, hospital to hospital, 2 years and without it penalized me, without walking. How I used to survive now, I will not tell you lie. It's my wife. It's my wife who are taking care of me. Because I have no any strength to walk that thing again. It's only that if I get work, I will call joint men to come and assess it and tell me the price they will use. If they finish, I will be doing small little works that is there. But the big ones, I will call people. If we finish the work, if it is 10 naira that it reaches me there, I will just go home with it and divide it anytime I get work. I don't know how that's how I used to survive anyway.
All right. Are there any cultural or local barriers that, make it harder for some elders to get help?
I don't think, because if I'm just called to say anything about it, I'm not like to say anything about it because it just baffles me a lot.
Yes, but talking about barriers now, we're seeing situations where the older people are being put into homes. Before, families cared for the grandparents or for the older people, aunties and uncles, but now it is now taking so as I was saying, they're now taking older citizens to homes. So what has changed in Nigerian families that makes caring for older people seem like a burden these days?
Well, as they are going, as we still that's in the township, there is no anything which they just giving us for us to couple up with. Even these people now, they come to send all of us to home because we are not getting anything to associate with the movement of township. We are just going home. Okay, if we reach to the village, even they bring the fertilizer which we are using, they will just say it with themselves. And we are not, herdsmen doesn't want us to go to the village and stay. You see it? So as we are surviving in this, it's only God's hand, which comes out our captive.
All right. How do you think communities or traditional institutions can actually help, to reduce these issues?
It is by saying that, as I'm saying now, they are hearing it. It is, they will just tell them, if they come and tell them, they may give us something. Even PG and all was not in the village, Igwes, all those people belong to them. They belong to them, so we are suffering, we are just done for.
All right, I feel like it goes beyond giving them something, because when they give these elders something, what happens next year? What happens the year after? Is there some, kind of policy that you think that they can make and stand on for implementation, like we're talking about?
If they will not stand, because they will be giving bribe, so that they will not stand on this thing for us to make sure that they give us something. The palliatives, all the palliatives that are bringing for even the senior citizen, they will share it within themselves. If you go there, you will not see. You will see the palliative. They will just be carrying it. All those senior citizens will just sit down like this and see them. If you want to talk, they will not even listen to you.
All right, that is a very big challenge. But then elderly people are also, complaining of issues of lack of respect from the younger generation. Is this part of the issues that the senior citizens are facing currently? Yes.
If they have a respect to the senior citizen, this thing will not augur well. It will not augur in this manner. If they have respect, but they don't know that Whenever they finish their own, finish and go to the way we are now, they will just they will surely inherit it, because they have put in it that if the young ones come, they will join their character and move. So they must surely suffer it. No, even there is an Igbo they say that you got again.
All right, but does this now mean that the older generation did not lay a good foundation for the younger ones to emulate? Is this a situation of reaping what you sow?
The older people laid the foundation, but are they going to hear it? Take it for instance, in your house, call your child and tell him that you must surely do this thing. Can he believe it? We laid the foundation very well as we saw it in the past, but for them to implement it, I don't know the type of people that is living now.
All right. You know, let's talk about your community or where you base or your surrounding. How accessible are medical services, especially for older persons? How accessible are they?
In the village, there is nothing that they build the hospitals, but nobody. If you go there, there is no money for you to go to the hospital. If you look how the people are dying, it is a frustration.
So
it is just but a frustration.
So are you saying that the free healthcare centers are not functional? Because in my village, we have something like that, and it's
functioning.
Okay.
It's functioning. Even though you can come there, they will just open the gate. You can come there and you will never see even the Panadol. You see it? You will never see a Panadol. Even though for you to see a nurse, the not talking of the doctor can live in this Enugu, or live in Anambra. He may be mapped on Monday to come. That Monday you will never see him again. Even nurse. You will come there. In short, I don't know how I will tell you what is happening.
All right, but aside from the government and what we expect them to do, what about religious organizations like churches and mosques and even non-governmental organizations? What role do you think that they can play to alleviate the situation?
Churches and all was not that, even they are assigned to them. All these churches here are saying, all this non-governmental thing, they are assigned to them. Guys, we are not in a mood. They are not in a mood of helping. Did you hear where the member of the church said that they are going to the village? It is in town where they will be announced that they did that and they did this and they did that. They will not go to the village.
All right, so recently we got to understand that Cross River State passed a bill to create, residential centers for elderly people. Do you think it should be a federal priority? Do you think it's something that is workable,
How can it work? How can? They will tell their mouth, they have that sweet mouth to say anything. In a way of every time they come to you or they come to the village, they are just looking for a vote. They are just creating chance for them to come in. They are not. They will tell you all what they have for you to believe them. But whenever they just show back, all those things proves abortive.
Well, but don't you think is a step, ahead, a step forward?
It's a step forward for them now. But for them to implement it, that's what I'm telling you.
Okay.
Even if they bring that this thing you are saying, it is their father or their brother or their uncle that they will just carry there.
So do you think that Nigeria should formally institutionalize elderly care homes and community centers to help elderly people who cannot afford to take care of themselves?
If they can do it. If they can do it. They can't do it. If they can do it, it is okay. But they will never do it. Bribery and corruption have really killed this Nigeria.
All right. So there have been recent government, pronouncements about clearing the pension arrears. So, and the National Senior Citizen Centers and, their schemes and programs have been saying a whole lot. Are they measures that are truly reaching the senior citizens, or is it just, mere statistics?
What I'm telling you, all these things you are saying, they will tell you that look at it in the forward. But for you to see it is a hardened movement. All those people, they have sweet mouth. If they table you here, you will never say no. You are there, you will say that tomorrow you will see it. I don't want to be hearing about them. Only God, I'm just focusing on my attention.
All right, now let's look at elder abuse. Now there have been cases of physical, financial, even psychological abuse on older people, and most of these often go unreported. What legal protections or enforcement mechanisms do you think can be put in place to protect senior citizens from such forms of abuse?
In terms of it, if you tell them even if what will be the remedy of it, they will not do it. If you tell them what will be the remedy of it, if they can create a place apart from the, let them continue paying the pension. That's secretly. Then we can manage it. They will not. And then look at it. If you tell them, let them create it. That's a place where the pensioners or the senior citizens will be that's getting better for all sorts of incomes and all was not, where they will be getting better. If they go to the hospital, let them be treated so that they will not, they never mind about money. They will never even look for you. If now it happens that I'm in the I went to hospital critically, and they see somebody with a cap and all was not, they will just leave you and rush there. You are dying, though. You are dying.
All right. So if you were asked to make a demand, on how to improve the pension scheme, on how to, improve the livelihood of the senior citizens, what would be your demand?
Now, for the senior citizens, they will make sure that they will increase the money they are being given.
Yes.
So that if they reach to the market, if they give them their pension money, if they reach into the market, it will buy something which will be tangible for him. And they will create a hospital for them. If they come there, they will be treated. I mean, that's free. I'm saying free because they have it.
All right. So what is your advice to elders right now and the senior citizens that might be listening to you?
Senior citizens, people, we have to be calmed and look at our God, because it remains how many years for us to give way. It remains how many years. so that they will get a patient and look their God. What did they will? Many of them they got children which they will use to feed them. But like us, our own, they are not. They are not. They still even in the school. For us, they leave all those things.
But on a positive note, do you think that there would be any change? Do you see any positive change, coming in the nearest future?
I didn't, because if they are not coming to you to look at now, 2027, it's now coming. They will now started to. You were pushing all these things, money, and they going to the village and all what's not, for them to get them vote. You see it. So all these things, we are just praying that God will make it.
All right, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Chief Augustine Edu.
Iche.
All right, thank you so much, Chief Augustine Edu, a senior citizen and industrial painter.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us this morning. And that is where we end that conversation on senior citizens' welfare and care neglect in Nigeria. Let's go on a short break. Do stay with us.
Thank you.